Paul Saladino is a fascinating figure. Is he neurotic? Is he a mad genius? The answer is yes. This is the healthiest house to live in if you want to live till 120 years old.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my house in Costa Rica. Yes, this is the Paul Saladino house tour. I've always wanted to do this, and I've always been a little scared of doing this, but
Let's start a new series right now. On today's episode of Based or Cope, I want to know your thoughts. Is this based or is this cope? Let me know down below in the comments. And feel free to pause at any time to share your thoughts.
show you my house. As you can see here, I've got a pretty amazing view. So
First thoughts, some impressions that I have. It's very whimsical. This is a bachelor pad for a man without a wife and children, from what I gather.
we'll look out here. There's an amazing river below my house. This is where I wanted to live in Costa Rica. I wanted to be able to see the ocean, but I want to be in the jungle. So I basically have a tree house, and I'm going to take you through my tree house. There's a lot of things in my quaint bachelor pad tree house that are specific that I've changed to make it a little healthier environment for me to live. And so I hope you guys will find value in this. Let's go. Come on. So we're going to come back to the pool at the end. Just so you guys know, this took a long time to build, and I built this specifically. So stay tuned. I will tell you all about the pool.
It's a nice pool. Used to be a lifeguard. I've seen many pools. Paul Saladino's got a nice pool. I'll give it to him.
We'll jump from up there at the end of the video. So I've got an outdoor gym here, bottom level outdoor gym. I hate LED lights, guys. I hate being indoors for working out. When I'm outside,
I also agree with that statement. That's why I get fundamentally anxious when I'm in TJ Maxx and Marshalls. These are women-coded stores.
like this, I get infrared light, I get ultraviolet light. And if I want to be in the shade, I can be in here under the awning, under the ceiling, and I'm still getting infrared light. If you listen to my podcast with Tristan Scott, you heard that infrared light is essential for human health. I think so many of us are deficient in infrared light because we're living in buildings with glass and we're not getting outside. So I love working out outdoors. In Costa Rica, it's hot. I've got some fans, but let me show you some of my favorite stuff in the gym. So punching bag is my favorite. Obviously,
it's a thing that exists. It's why interrogation rooms use fluorescent.
it's well used. It's definitely been through a lot in Costa Rica. It's probably time for a new one. And every
Heavy bag. I mean, so far he's ticking a lot of based boxes, not gonna lie.
day I'm hitting this, I feel like it's a piñata. I feel like maybe I'm gonna get lucky and it's just gonna absolutely explode when I kick it or punch it, and that's gonna be super fun. So we'll see. Let's just roll the dice right now and see if it explodes. You guys ready? Nope. Nope. Okay.
Yo, does Paul have hands? Wait a second. Is Mr. Saladino actually him?
It lives to fight another day. But that's one of my favorites. I love hitting the punching bag. It's my favorite thing. I just love movement. I did jiu-jitsu when I was in medical school. I'm super rusty.
Never mind. I retract my former statement. And today, here on kick.com/Philion, we are suffering from success. I mean,
Welcome.
the seeding round for my Costa Rica goon pod is going swimmingly. I can afford probably a couple trips to the farmers markets, get some raw milk and testicles.
That I'm super rusty at boxing and kickboxing, but I love that movement. I love balance things. So I've got all kinds of balance boards in the house. It's harder than it looks. All right, box jumps, obviously. We'll do a little box jumping for you guys in a second. Parallettes, another balance board, sprint treadmill. One of my favorite things is the Nordic bench. This hurts, guys. The Nordic bench freaking hurts. That's
His approach to fitness seems pretty well-rounded. You're not getting this information from the typical gym goer, slop shitness industry influencer. He's more concerned about the whole picture. Balance, movement, sprints, martial arts.
It's amazing, and it really trains my hamstrings. I like functional stuff more. I've got a backwards treadmill here that I use when I'm between working and like I really want to just get my knees a little break, and I just love the way it feels on my knees, and I got it from Ben Patrick. Shout out to Ben Patrick. He was here. We trained. So I love my backwards treadmill. This guy I don't use as
He's not wrong there.
much as I should. It's kind of like an easier version of the Nordic and some other stuff, but I do sometimes do like back extensions here. This is probably the thing that gets used the least. I never bench press. I don't know who was working out at my house and set this up, but it wasn't me. So somebody else was here.
You know what's an interesting thought? And it is, I guess, debatable. But if you look at traditional Greek and Roman art, the physiques that they were portraying, this was pre-bench press. The bench press has created large pectorals, which I guess some would argue is less aesthetic than the plate-like shelf of the male form. Food for thought.
Benching, I don't bench. I pretty much don't even squat. But it's here in case I ever get inspired. I've got a pegboard here that I haven't set up yet. That's going to go down at the skate ramp, which I will show you guys in a little bit. I've got some wrestling mats, which are also going down at the skate ramp, more of like a martial arts area down there. Martial arts mats down for the skate ramp. This I use a lot. So I love to hang and I love to do pull-ups. I love extending. I love the way it feels to decompress my spine. All right, so I didn't introduce you guys to Zach. This is probably the most important part of the house. Zach is 2 years old. He's a Belgian Malinois, and he only eats raw meat, right? Isn't that right? He's a guard dog.
Belgian Malinois are sick. They're just actual crack rockets. Like, you can't keep up with a Malinois. It's impossible.
A very loving guard dog. He probably wouldn't hurt anyone, but he looks intimidating. We got to defend all of the honey and meat in this house. We got to have a good guard dog for that. Zach is here to protect me from big pharma and big food. So Kraft, Nestle, Pfizer, be afraid of Zach. All right, so I want to show you guys my laundry room. It sounds boring, but I promise you want to see it. What's interesting about the laundry room is not necessarily what's in here, but how I wash my clothes. So I use vinegar to wash my clothes, sometimes vinegar and baking soda.
You use what?
That's all I do. I don't use any detergents. I hate dyes and fragrances and all this bullshit. So I've got a washing machine and I
Dude, Paul Saladino is one happy schizo. Sheesh. This is insane.
put in vinegar and sometimes baking soda, and then I dry my clothes and they don't smell. It works great. See, I've got tons of vinegar here. And that's that. So,
I genuinely don't know if that's based or cringe. Like, does he smell like a giant pickle? Like, what is going on here? I've seen health maxers and optimizers do this. They're like, oh, all you need is vinegar. I don't know, dude. I like smelling like fresh linen and Suavitel.
also, when you guys see my kitchen upstairs,
I'm gonna be real. He kind of looks like he smells like a pickle and red meat.
you'll see that I wash my dishes in baking soda. So I use baking soda to wash dishes. I hate traditional cleansers. I hate fragrances, like I said, and dyes. And so I love vinegar and baking soda clean almost everything in your house. This is the entry to the house. And I get to see my surfboards all the time. I've got a bunch of Pizels. I've got a Power Tiger, a Red Tiger, another Power Tiger. Don't ask me why I have two. Got a Shadow. It's a 511, a 6.0 Shadow, and a 6.0 Ghost. And then I've
Gets absolutely pitted, brah.
got a fishy type board for when the waves get really small. And I got a fun board over there that I've never used, and a boogie board for the kids, and a boogie board over there for friends if they don't want to get on a surfboard. So you can see my truck is here, guys. Raptor here in Costa Rica. I don't know, all the big people, when they show their house, they show their truck. So this is my Raptor truck in Costa Rica. It's pretty great.
How does it feel to live my dream, Paul?
I basically just use it to go to the beach and back and go on dirt roads and drive through rivers. So, but it's cool that it's a diesel because hopefully it'll last longer.
There seems to be a huge wealth disparity between me, Chat, and Paul Saladino. What the fuck?
No electric cars here. All right, let's go up.
Yeah, this is all great. I would love to live this way. I would love to frolic in the jungle and be whimsical. But I am hardened by the New York winter. It's just me and my fucking Timberlands.
I'll show you guys the kitchen. So welcome to my kitchen.
He 100% brushes his teeth with charcoal. I'll do you one better. He makes his own toothpaste. And the reason we're watching this video in the first place is because we were watching his kitchen tour, which we probably will now have to rewatch to clip it and ship it and export it as part of the industrial slop pipeline here at Third Eye Global LLC, because that shit was insane. This is relatively tame.
Pretty basic. Like I said, I live in a treehouse. I got wood countertops. These are not super durable, but I love the way they look. And
He's talked about it. He also uses bamboo toothbrush bristles because regular bristles have plastic. Oh, that's crazy, dude. I use pubic hair to floss my teeth like a real man.
I have a bajillion wood cutting boards. You will not find any plastic cutting boards in my house. We're obviously filming some stuff here, so we've got some supplies out today. This is a guanabana, a soursop that I picked off one of the trees in my yard down by the skate ramp. And what else do I want to show you guys in here? I have a stainless steel Vitamix, so I use this every day. I do not like plastic, so you'll see as little plastic in here as possible. A good knife is essential. We've got a couple.
I don't know, dude. That unicorn pool float was definitely not made out of glass. I'll tell you that. That shit was plastic.
And again, I wash my dishes with baking soda. That is key. So the biggest things about my kitchen are stainless steel pans.
At a point, man, you just gotta, like, this is... Am I a stupid goy? Am I being called poor in Costa Rican right now? Am I getting mogged? Bro, I grew up on Red 40 and Cosmic Brownies. I'm anti-fragile. At what point does this become fucking diminishing returns?
I want to get a cast iron with ceramic, like a Le Creuset. That's the next purchase. A bunch of wood cutting boards, no plastic cutting boards, and that's basically it. I'll show you guys my...
Dude, that's a plastic garbage bag. That is a plastic garbage bag. Oh my... Dude, your garbage is wrapped in plastic.
Fridge too, because I know you want to see that. Got some Lineage creatine here, some Lineage animal-based complete. I've got some squash and some watermelon here because tomorrow is the farmer's market's day. I've got a practice gun here. This is not a real gun, YouTube. Don't censor me. I'll actually show you guys how this works real quick, and then we'll go into the fridge. So it's just a SIG replica, and you can fill the magazine. It's like an airsoft gun, but it shoots an infrared laser. And then I've got an infrared target there, and I can stand here or further back and do target practice in my house.
I'm not even a gun guy, but that's got to be the gayest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Not shooting super good today, but that's cool. That's my SIG replica for target practice.
Literally a Nerf gun has more aura than that.
And Big Pharma comes. All right, I want to show you guys my fridge. I know you're stoked about this part. Very simple. I don't eat a lot of food. Gross chicken for Zach. That's Zach's food over there.
That's literally a plastic bag.
I've got honey. This whole part right here is honey, so Lineage honey. I got some Lineage beef tallow. I got Diamond sea salt. So if you guys want to see a video I did about salt, I was surprised to learn that a lot of the salts that I was using were pretty high in heavy metals. So the Diamond kosher salt, at least in that one test, came out good. So I got some
Fuck yeah, dude. Heavy metal. Are you kidding me?
Diamond kosher salt. I got some raw cow's milk. I don't know if you guys can see this in the light. Look at all that cream right there. That's what raw milk is about, guys. All of that is cream, and here's the milk.
I don't know if I'm sold on this whole raw milk psyop, bro. Philion, all the nutrients are in raw milk. Yeah. Uh-huh. You're telling me heating it to 140 degrees eliminates all the nutrients? You're telling me Louis Pasteur was not him? That's crazy.
Man, that's one of the things raw milk is amazing for. I got some grass-fed 80/20.
Literally covered in plastic. Oh my God. Paul, you got to do better, dude.
Ground beef, some bone broth. This is all.
You can get cream-lined milk that won't give you disease and has cream at the top. I know. I have it.
Butter. You can never have too much butter. I got some cut up cantaloupe here. This is some cooked squash.
Dude, that's a plastic Tupperware. Oh my God. You're killing me. The microplastics.
There's some more salt in the back there. I've got oranges here for orange juice, cantaloupe, cucumber. There's no sauces. There's no processed foods in here. Over here, I got some...
Dude, those oranges are green. Those look like oversized limes. Why aren't your oranges orange?
Hardened soil, so I got a whole package, which is testicle and...
Bro eats dick and balls. Holy shit. Yeah, here's my mason jar of testicles. Bro paid money for the whole package.
I take that every morning. I got some grass-fed colostrum from Hardened Soil. In case you guys didn't know, I founded Hardened Soil and I founded Lineage. I believe very deeply in both of those companies. So that's what's in my fridge, guys.
I love how because he's anti-plastic, he's going to get judged so hard for having anything plastic. Yeah, it's a slippery slope. I mean, these are plastic components in his fridge. That's not glass.
Guys, pretty basic, pretty simple. What do I eat in a day? I'll put a link to that video below if you guys are
this is the you have to be careful of the battles that you choose.
Curious. It's basically...
If you want to live by the plastic, you're going to die by the plastic.
Meat, a little bit of organs, raw dairy, raw milk, honey, and fruit. And including in fruit are things like squash and cucumber, which are actually fruit. I'll show you guys this real quick over here. So this is the living room. The rugs in here are all wool. So I imported wool rugs. There's no polyester rugs in here. Polyester rugs put microplastics into the atmosphere. The couch is all wool, so I tried not to get any polyester. It's a super comfortable couch. It's probably the most comfortable couch I've ever owned. One of my favorite books, shout out to Rick Rubin. I was recently on his podcast. If you guys haven't read The Creative Act, that book is amazing.
You already know I already read that.
I love this piece here. It's a huge piece of petrified wood. That is petrified wood. It weighs so much. 600 pounds, who knows? Out here, we've got the grill. You guys have seen this in my videos. So got a stainless steel grill, and that's where I cook most of my food. There's a deck out here, obviously. You guys have seen this. And
it's a nice deck. I bet this place hits in a rainstorm. Could you imagine? That's got to be a vibe. It's got to be a serious vibe. Party at Paul's house when it rains. A little sleepover. Instead of popcorn, we'll have the whole package. We'll just pass around some nut.
Host gatherings and stuff here. And behind you, this is the stairway to heaven. So we'll go up here at the end of the video. I'm going to show you guys the diving platform on the top of the house. It's 21 feet into the pool, which is all ozone. So just in case you were wondering, the pool is all ozone. There's no chlorine in my pool. This is the...
What? I've heard of salt water. Ozone?
Lower platform for kids, or if you just want to jump lower.
I'm unfamiliar with his game. This is insane.
And there's an upper platform up there.
I got to get on his level. There's enough dick and balls for everyone in the fridge.
That's 21 feet. So stay tuned for the end. We'll go up there and jump off. Let me show you guys the other side of the house over here. You might be wondering about this very...
That's a fancy way of saying rainwater? Oh.
Exciting, beautiful rat's nest of cables. This is my abstract art piece. It's called Ethernet cables, and I don't want EMFs.
Chat, how do we feel about EMFs, 5G, Wi-Fi, radiation? Is my phone cooking my ballsack in my pocket? Is there a Mossad agent mapping a 3D rendering using my Wi-Fi signal? Hundo P. As a pool technician, ozone pools are dumb as fuck. The systems break constantly, and every single one I've ever worked on ended up just going back to chlorine. See, here at Third Eye Global, we have assembled probably the most eclectic, diverse group of individuals. We can tackle any problem. We are a network of high-value, high-agency, high-tier individuals. We have specialists, technicians, seers, philosophers of all different walks of life. Everyone is welcome. And I also see that Paul's got the Cleto Reyes gloves in the corner, which are made in Mexico, and they're very good because I use them. So that is another .14 based.
So yeah, there's no Wi-Fi at my house, which means that if you ever come to my house, like if you come to the gathering in Costa Rica...
Yo, wait a second.
No Wi-Fi at my house, which means that if you ever come to my house, like if you come to...
Where's the invite? Party at Paul's. I'm on my way to Costa Rica right now. So this is what this is about, huh? I see what's going on here.
The gathering in Costa Rica on Memorial Day of this year, 2025. Details are at the abnrf.org/events. It's a nonprofit that I built. I make no money from that event. It's just a community building event. It's going to be here, not at my house, but in Costa Rica, and some people will come to my house.
Why is everyone white? Not that it matters. I'm just asking questions here.
If you're lucky, you will see this, and you'll notice there's no Wi-Fi at my house. That's because I'm doing this sort of
Yeah, it looks like a vegan polycule. That's what I'm trying to say here. There's a lot of expats in Costa Rica. Is it because they're smurfing in a different country? Or do they want the homegrown local buns? Do they want the Costa Rican chicas? I think I'm starting to catch your spin drift.
RF EMF experiment.
Going to the third world for a fitness retreat is exclusively Caucasian.
Any RFs at my house. And by doing this is not on Wi-Fi, it's just an internet router, and I can run cables to my computer and my phone. I'll show you guys that here in the kitchen. I don't know if you guys knew this, but you can take an Ethernet cable, plug it directly into your computer. It's much more stable than Wi-Fi, and then depending what we think about how Wi-Fi is affecting human physiology, you have no RF EMF. You can also do it with your iPhone. I have an iPhone 13 because I'm old school. There's a Ethernet to Lightning connector, so I can plug the Ethernet cable directly into my phone, and my phone can remain completely on airplane mode. In case you guys didn't see the podcast I did with Tristan Scott.
This is insane. Like, I'll give him credit. This is severe as fuck. There is something to be said about severity, but I don't know if it's a good thing in this case. He replaced all his Wi-Fi with Ethernet workarounds. Bro was forever in airplane mode. He's hard to reach.
You should check that one out. It was on light and EMFs.
He's Faraday pilled.
Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi on your phone, in order for those to be off, there has to be a line through them. If they're gray, they're still on.
None of those cables are shielded and all put off EMF. Oh, so you're telling me it's just performative bullshit, huh?
They're just not connected, so your phone is going to have...
Look, at this point, you're making your own life more miserable.
More RF EMF coming off it. You can test it if the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi are still on. So right now, there's essentially 0 RF coming off my phone because it's completely in hibernating mode. But even with that, still in complete mode hibernation, I can use things like Spotify, no EMF coming off my phone. So I can listen to Rogan's recent podcast with Adam Curry.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Phone is completely on airplane mode, no RF. So it's just connected to the internet. So this is my Costa Rican Brian Johnson. Aren't they all the same? Man, that's why I can't wait to make it, bro. Because at one point, my financial resources will substantiate my craziness. They'll be like, wow, this guy's different. That's the problem. If you have a lot of money and you're out there, people think that you're smart.
Lifeline to the world, and I can just disconnect like that and do my computer. I think that if I had to build a house again, I bought this house already built, I would have Ethernet cables into the walls. So I didn't have these cables going everywhere, but I kind of like living RF, EMF free. All right, let's go show you the living. But like, does he feel the difference? How do you quantify this? How do you qualitatively analyze the EMF? Like, does he feel better or is this all placebo? Side of the house, the bedrooms, all this kind of stuff. I love these doors.
You don't? You don't feel the difference? It's complete bullshit. Okay, good. Just checking.
By the way, guys, these are custom for my house. They're teak.
It's all a substitute for personality.
Stained teak, but I think they're...
Sleep with the phone next to your head with internet on and you're going to wake up feeling brain fogged and tired. My phone is probably about 1.5 feet away from me and the internet is on at all times. I am never not locked into the internet and I am sharp as a tack.
Incredible doors. These were not here when I got the house, but I think they're pretty cool. So here we go. We've got the podcast studio, which is a little dirty. It's a little disorganized, but this is where I do my podcasting. You guys have probably seen. You've probably seen this background over here on my reaction videos or my podcasts. This is my medical degree.
I almost wish I didn't understand production and like filmmaking to some level because I'm jealous of people that can just like have a ragtag setup and just fucking like run and gun do shit. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, I'm like, nope, lighting's off. It's cooked. I need to spend $12,000 to get this perfect.
From the University of Arizona. I am an MD. This is my degree from College of William and Mary, where I went to college. Got all the hardened soil stuff here. This, I think, is from a swordfish. It's like a swordfish sword. That thing is scary, dude. That's pretty crazy that a fish has this as part of their head. And these are antlers from a deer that I killed many years ago with a bow. But yeah, this is the podcast studio. I try to keep it low EMF even when I'm not working in here, or even if I am working in here. All right, I'll show you guys the master bedroom.
When you can download your Twitter feed to your brain while you sleep, I will be the first one on it. So true. Philion will be literally volunteering as tribute.
We got a bathroom here, super simple. Like I said, it's a treehouse bachelor pad, guys. Nothing exciting. I just prefer everything to be simple, clean, no plastics, etc. So this is the master bedroom. This is my bed, natural mattresses, no polyester, as few pollutants as possible, no off-gassing, this kind of stuff. Organic cotton sheets.
You think you get good sleep here? Or the worst sleep of your life? I feel like there's no in between.
Got a fan. I never use the air conditioning because it gets kind of moldy. Let me show you guys the full view. Got a red light there that I use sometimes, but mostly I just go in the sun. Come on outside here, guys. I'll show you the deck.
Just know that in every single scene of this video, I'm hyper-analyzing to see if I spot plastic. And I hope that you're doing the same.
So, pretty good.
I mean, that's a fucking view. I just don't know if that's the Western man view. I don't know if that's my view to have. That's a Costa Rican view, but it's not a Western man view.
View out here in the treehouse, out to the ocean, the river, the pool. And from here, you can see the jumping platform there.
George of the Jungle head-ass view.
The pool. The pool looks pretty good today. The pool.
Tropical is not my biome. I'll vacation there. I will partake, but it's not my home.
Was 12 feet deep because I wanted to be able to jump off.
Yeah, imagine waking up and just soy facing at the trees. Wow, look at that tree. Oh, another tree. Wow, that's definitely a tree.
The roof. Oh, I'll show you this.
If you don't suffer through winter, you're a pussy. Simple as. So true. Thank you. Thank you for understanding me. That's why I'm never leaving New York, ever.
I actually have a grounding system for my bed. I have a grounding mat on my bed.
What?
And then I have these cables which attach to it. But this...
The fuck does that mean? Copper grounding? Never heard of it? No. I can't say I have.
This doesn't go to an outlet. This goes into the actual ground. I sunk a 3-meter copper stake into the ground. You can see here, there's a little wire here, right here. And it goes down the edge of the house and into the actual dirt. So my bed is truly grounded. I don't like plugging grounding mats into outlets because it's a bunch of dirty electricity, but I can plug that into a grounding mat and actually ground into the soil. When we're down there, I'll show you guys a video of that. There's a stake in the ground. There's a wire going into the ground.
We're treading into batshit insane territory. Dude, I was with him on the surfboards, the martial arts, shit. I was even open to hearing him out on the raw milk. He lost me on the testicles. He lost me on the copper bed grounding system. New York was promised to fill 3,000 years ago. It is known.
That's what a grounding mat is actually supposed to do. I love Banksy. It's just a reprint. You know, I think that like...
This guy's a moron. Outlet grounds are the same as putting a wire on the dirty because they both go to the same dirt. Yeah, I'm going to have to consult my family of electricians on that one. What if I find out that they've been grounding this entire time and I'm the retard?
This is what we're doing, guys. We are whitewashing our history. We're forgetting about where we've come from as humans. This is obviously a reproduction of cave art, I think in Lorraine or Lascaux and France. And this is what we're doing today, guys. We're forgetting where we've come from. So I love this concept. And I'm a huge fan of remembering where we've come from. Bathroom is here. Yes, I actually poop and pee indoors, guys. And so it's super simple. I don't even really use many toiletries. I have a
Dude, look at those plastic bottles. Oh my God, I'm going to crash out.
silk floss.
My cortisol is spiking.
Your floss is bullshit. Oral-B Glide floss had very high levels of PFAs, forever chemicals. So I use a silk floss. I use a boar's hair toothbrush because I don't want microplastics from toothbrush bristles going into my mouth. I don't use toothpaste. I just brush my teeth with water.
You see, here's the problem with the Saladinos of this here world. And to each their own. But at this point, he has lost touch with reality, frankly. Reality, I guess, is the shared experience of a cross-section of the normal populace. He is closer to a literal Neanderthal than he is to the modern Homo sapien. And I don't know if you can recover from this. Because now what you've created is this us versus them dynamic of the health-maxing bio-optimizers that will forever push him further and further to continuously optimize the human experience. You might as well, like, not even have a bed at this point. You might as well not even live in a house. Just go full caveman. Go full troglodyte. In leaving Plato's cave, he has returned to it. Lesson in there.
Toothpaste is a scam. I definitely don't want extra fluoride. Just so you know, there's no fluoride in my water because my water comes from a spring here at my house in Costa Rica. If you have municipal water at your house, you should put a shower filter on your shower because remember that when you are showering, you are inhaling all those chemicals and...
No toothpaste for no fluoride is crazy. This is what happens after you've been through the Bali time chamber. Elite reference.
You are absorbing PFAs, forever chemicals, chlorine, trihalomethanes, chlorine derivatives
Listen, I understand not swallowing fluoride because fluoride is in toothpaste.
from the water. So I don't need to do it here because I'm on spring water, but if you are on municipal water, think about having a shower filter in your shower. That's it. I mean, there's nothing else here in my bathroom. I wear contacts. So I got contact solution, a razor here. Occasionally I shave the beard. That's it. So
That contact solution is into plastic. You're squirting microplastics into your eyes.
yeah, brush teeth, floss teeth.
This is nuclear levels of unchecked autism. Every day I wake up, I ask myself, why did I leave the cave?
I'll weigh myself here, you guys
Aren't contacts plastic? They're certainly not glass, I'll tell you that.
can
Bro's literally putting plastic contacts on his eyes. It's a type of silicon.
see what we're working with.
Let's get to the bottom of this. Yes, modern contact lenses are made of specialized flexible plastic polymers, specifically hydrogels or silicon hydrogels for soft lenses, and rigid gas-permeable RGP materials for hard lenses. Damn.
I'm about 5'9", 165.
Cooked.
It's the middle of the day. So when I woke up this morning after I pooped and peed with no fluid, I was 160 and now I'm 165. So pretty lean right now. I'm definitely probably under 10% body fat. Again, I'm a dude, I'm a bachelor, so nothing fancy. I've just got organic towels. That's it. That's the bathroom. All right, guys, let's go check out the skate ramp. It's one of my favorite things. On the way down, you'll notice that I have bees. So those are Mariola bees. They're awesome, stingless bees. The honey is the best you'll ever taste, but I've only ever seen them in Costa Rica. I cut my shoulder right there. Boom. I walked into that
Dude, of course he's got a Makita, dude.
a few weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and I've just been putting Lineage honey on it. I didn't even put antibiotics on my shoulder, but I was holding a boom box here. Boom, and I walked straight into the ramp and did like a paper cut of metal on
Yeah, that Makita air blower's literally made of plastic. Clown.
my shoulder, but it healed fine because I'm not a vegan and I eat meat and I put Lineage honey.
Dude,
Welcome
he's
to
literally touching plastic, dude. Oh my god, no.
the skate ramp. I'm gonna clean it off with the blower
Bro has a skate park in his jungle favela paradise.
and then get a little skate. I've also got like a little martial arts area down here with the mats. This is the best view in the world, skate ramp. You can see the ocean out there. The trees are kind of grown in, but check this out over here. So that guanabana in my kitchen came
Polyurethane wheels, by the way, on that skateboard. The environment will never recover. Classic Saladino L.
from this tree right here. I guess there's no more guanabanas on the tree, so you can't really tell, but that's a guanabana tree. There's a coconut tree right there. That's a star fruit tree. All right, I'm gonna clean this ramp and then we'll get a little skate. Okay, so
You know what's funny to observe? How when we see a man just moisturized, sunning his balls in his own element, it pisses us off. Like, why is he happy? He should not have this. Fuck this guy, for real.
let's go see the pool. All right, so this is my pride and joy. This is the pool. Got the shallow area here.
He should be miserable and cold like me.
The deep area, which is 3.5 meters, 12 feet. I'm gonna jump off the top. I'm gonna take you guys up to the top and show you the jump. And then what I prefer to do here, what I do most of the time is I just go to the bottom of this pool. You have to equalize your ears and I spend time breath holding. I don't do it by myself. Do not hold your breath in water by yourself, guys. That's how people die. Never hyperventilate before you do breath holding, but as a surfer, I really enjoy spending time under the water. I really enjoy spending time holding my breath on the bottom of the pool.
Some of my best thoughts have been just floating in my grandma's pool, typically at the bottom of it, and just letting that viscosity of the water float me through space and time.
I'll show you guys a little bit of that. And I just love having the mask and kind of just swimming around in that deep area of the pool. It just feels so cool to me. So, and obviously the view is amazing. Got like a hot tub here, which is an infinity, sort of like a seamless hot tub. So this is the hot tub, rest of the pool. Costa Rica is amazing, guys. Even without having to heat the...
Dude, I get it though, because if I was a crystal maxed California mommy hippie shaman witch doctor with the grippiest grip of my life, I would be soaked for this man's life setup. I'd be, I'd have to go on all the health retreats. Are you kidding me? Raw milk and meat and balls.
pool, it's usually around 85 degrees, and the hot tub obviously goes to like 104. So I haven't
That's the game. I'm on to you. It's all about the target audience.
really had that many people in the hot tub. I think the most people I've had in the hot tub is like 4, but you know, maybe soon I'll get more people than that in the hot tub and we'll break the record there. So, but yeah, this is an amazing view to look out on, guys. And like I said, there's an incredible river that runs below me. At the animal-based gathering in May, abnrf.org/events. Again, we don't make any money from this. It's just all benefits the nonprofit foundation. We're doing research on seed oils, meat quality. We're going to do other research on land and nutrients coming from...
It's got to be sick. It's got to be cool just to fuck around, you know? I would love to dump resources into my passion projects. If anything, this should be inspiring.
Land going into meat. So I want to have the nonprofit do good things in the world. But we're doing a gathering here in Costa Rica over Memorial Day weekend, 2025. Maybe
I'll be there.
see some of you guys there. So let's go up top.
But Philion, it already happened. You don't think I can time travel?
I'll show you guys the jump. It's a pretty good view up here.
Sell supplements, get fuck you rich. Well, when I was in my hustle porn phase, at about 14 to 16 years old, before I was on social media really, I would read these books, right? 4 Hour Work Week, Tim Ferriss, read them all. And basically, I remember there was like an epilogue in the Tim Ferriss book where he was essentially writing the blueprint, and he was like, yeah, if you want to be fuck you rich, start a supplement company now. Start a supplement company yesterday and hire Indian and Filipino virtual assistants. I swear to God. I don't think I'm making this up, so I'm gonna have to check with Grok right now. I remember reading a Tim Ferriss book, and at the end he talks about getting rich from supplements and hiring virtual assistants overseas. Did I make this up? Or is this in the book? Yeah. I knew I wasn't going crazy. No, you didn't make this up. It's straight from Tim Ferriss's book, The 4 Hour Work Week. Escape the 9 to 5, live anywhere, and join the new rich. Ferriss built and ran his own sports nutrition supplement company called Brain Quicken, later Body Quick. He describes how he started as a side hustle while working a regular job, grew into a profitable Muse, an automated online business that generated income with minimal ongoing effort, and eventually sold it. Virtual assistants overseas. This is one of the biggest themes in the book. He dedicates whole sections, especially in the outsourcing and automation parts, to hiring cheap virtual assistants in places like India, the Philippines, and... Dude, I knew I wasn't crazy for $5 to $10 an hour or less back then. He explains how he outsourced everything from email management, customer service for a supplement business, research, scheduling, and even personal tasks so the business and his life could run mostly on autopilot. He even gives specific resources like Elance, now Upwork, onlinejobs.ph, your man in India, etc., etc. The whole idea ties into arbitrage and living the new rich by leveraging lower cost overseas slaves. When was this book published? He kind of predicted the AI bubble and actual Indians. This was 2007. Wow. Wow.
So you can see out to the ocean. See the mountains behind.
Like, I hope you understand that there was a young Philion that read this, and even at the age of like 14, I was like, what the fuck did I just read? I was reading the words from a multimillionaire who started a supplement company and hired his entire staff from India and the Philippines for slave wages to live a digital nomad lifestyle.
Yeah. Can't
Fiverr speaks of this.
see much out, guys. You can't see too many houses. There's a farm over there on the ridge. But that's the only thing. There's some cows over there.
Escape the 9 to 5 by using cheap slave labor. Escape the 9 to 5 by employing an entire platoon of Indonesians.
All right, guys, let's send it. Here we go. So I'm gonna do a little breath holding. We'll show you guys that. Every time I jump, Zach, the dog, comes over to make sure I'm okay. What a sweetie.
Chat, natty or not, I have my thoughts, but I'm gonna keep them to myself. Natty or not, chat?
I'm good.
That's a TRT looking body if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I love being under the water. It's so peaceful.
I can't imagine him injecting soy-based test. True.
Holding the breath in there is good for surfing and kind of calming everything. I'll do a couple of breath holds. Subsequent
It's definitely just liver capsules, right?
ones always get easier because you get that mammalian dive reflex, but being under the water is very
The mammalian dive reflex. That's what I say before I eat pussy. What? Yeah, I gotta go down here. It's just my mammalian dive reflex. Sorry.
calming. So yeah. The other thing I'll do in the pool is I'll take the 20-pound weights down to the bottom and run along the bottom. Again, with friends for safety, but doing some breath holding on
What the fuck is this? Why are you lifting weights underwater? Just swim some laps, bro. What?
the bottom with weights, kind of a la Laird Hamilton. Shout out to Laird. And Luca Padua, who's a huge big wave surfer that trains with Laird. We actually recently sponsored Luca for Hard and
That's
Soil,
good.
so
That's good training for surfers. When are you on the ocean floor with weight in a surfing scenario? I don't know. Maybe specificity training has evolved over the years, but
Luca's now charging Mavericks.
yeah, that's great training if you ever piss off the cartel. If you ever Captain Jack Sparrow and have to put a boat and go underwater and escape the pirates.
Nazare, Mulligmore, all kinds of stuff, and we're happy to be a part of that from Hard and Soil. So anyway, check Luca out. Hopefully we'll get him in this pool soon. I'll get to train with him, but yeah.
No, Philion, dude, it's for surfing. You don't get it.
If you guys haven't seen it, check out my morning routine. I'll show you how I do my morning stuff here at the house. Again, more sort of biohacking information in there. And check out my nighttime routine. It's getting to be afternoon here, so I'm almost to my nighttime routine. My nighttime routine sets up my morning routine, so
Yeah, I mean, it's just, his fucking floaties in the background are plastic, so what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Based or cringe? I have no idea. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. All in the name of science.